Hello and welcome to the Miss Cooper Show Ponies channel. This week we are going to be clipping my lovely Connemara, Finley. Yes, he says hi. I always try and clip the boys a little bit earlier than perhaps other people would. The native ponies just go poof. So I like to clip them before their coat gets too thick and dense to make it an easier job for the clippers to go through, and it's also a lot easier to get the clippers to make like a nice line, as when the coat's thick it's a bit more like So Finley's coat is a bit floofy, but not too bad, is it? No. He's been getting super sweaty. I do ride mine every night. They do like 20 minutes, so I'm not asking for the world from them, and he's just getting a bit itchy and irritated now. So Will was done last weekend and we are going to get Finley ready to have his clipping done. I am in my overalls because I get super itchy, don't I? And it's also a bit inconvenient having all my clothes super hairy to go in the washing machine. I worry about it getting clogged up and stuff like that. So overalls it is. These are my clippers. They're the Clipperman Dragon, and they are the biggest clipper they do in the Clipperman range. I do have their smaller clippers as well. I think they're called like the Queen, something like that. And I use them for trimming legs and whiskers and whatever needs doing. But yeah, these are the ones I use for clipping the coat. And these are fabulous clippers because they are completely cordless. My previous yard, we had no electric, not even to charge, nothing. We didn't have any lights or water. So these clippers are perfect. It literally has a battery pack in the bottom here, which you take out and charge like when you're at home. Then you just slot it in the bottom and off you go. It's also super easy to take apart. It's literally just unscrewing this, taking both the blades off, cleaning them out, and popping them back on. So they're super easy, and they're also not very noisy. Sound test. Yeah, so not very noisy and pretty lightweight, because there's nothing worse than having to clip several horses in a row and feeling like your arm's about to drop off. They also have their own Clipperman oil spray, which is fab, in a tin where you can just go straight in the little hole it's got there. And it comes with its own little brush and a little spanner thing. I'm going to get killed by my partner if I don't call this the right thing. Screwdriver set? Question mark? And it comes with a warranty. I think it's something like 3 or 5 years. You can even see where I bought it from. Smee! Before I start clipping, I like to prepare the horse's coat. There is nothing worse than trying to get clippers through a dirty, grubby coat. Finley had a good wash yesterday, so he shouldn't be too bad, but his coat isn't too wet. It's not too hot either. And the plan is, if I was going to a show, I'd clip him like 3 weeks before, because then it gives the coat enough time to grow back so it looks nice. It's obviously when you first clip them, they look like a skinned rat, don't you? And greys are quite hard to clip because you get like, he's got black skin and you get like the black skin lines where I've been. So I'm going to try and do big long strokes, and I'm also going to give him a full clip and do a half a face, just because they live out and I worry about the ears getting super chilly. Done so far. as you can see, I clip in the opposite direction, of the fur. And I'm very careful about my mane line because it's very easy to chop off too much and take the mane out. I try and do super long strokes so he's not as liney, but hopefully you can kind of see, well, you can see my lines. And then you can see where here I start to clip in the opposite direction to go with the way the coat goes in the other direction. So that's where we're at so far, and he is such a good boy. And around the leg, I tend to follow like the muscle of his leg rather than like draw a line. I just go with the muscle to make it look smart and go with him. Here, baby. Right, let's oil up, dust off, and keep going. This is the completed Finley after his clip. The flies are annoying him a little bit. You can see his leg lines and his half face. I mean, you can't see it that clearly because, I mean, his coat isn't that thick, but in the winter it's more obvious. I am now going to use my mini clippers, which are actually the jewel, not the queen, like I said earlier. Bit of a difference. To do these feathers here. Obviously he's Connemara, where you'd usually not trim and stuff, but with Finley I plait him up and he looks much smarter. So I'm going to use my Clipperman jewel clippers here to tidy up those feathers next. As you can see, they're much smaller than the dragon, so they are perfect for just trimming up. And they also do quite a close cut. You can put like blades and stuff on them, but they're just right for doing the feathers. Even if it's winter, I mean, we're not going anywhere. I don't have any plans to do anything. I just hate them looking scruffy. And once you sort of let it go and let all this hair grow through, and you let him get completely wild, it's then an absolute nightmare to sort of do if you do want to do like a last minute show or something. And that looks much smarter already. I need to go under here a bit more. Much better. I will make it a little bit better. Right, I'm going to do all four and then show you how much better they look. So that is his legs all trimmed up with my Clipperman jewel clippers. It's literally taken me 5 minutes and I've just given them a bit more shape. As you can see, especially there, just looks so much neater. It's literally taken a few minutes. So next, we're gonna move on to his tail, which I pull, but I don't pull the old-fashioned way. I use a solo comb and a rake, which I'm gonna show you now. And I'm being ever so gentle. Let the rake do the work. Most horses quite enjoy this as well. You just don't want to go too close to their skin. Just gently, and as you can see, it just pulls the hairs from the root. Isn't that nice? He's enjoying it, as you can see. Most horses love this bit. 5 minutes of using the rake. Hopefully you can see the difference between one side and the other. This is his finished tail, just using the grooming rake. I haven't gone too overkill because we're not doing any showing, and I want it just to look neat and natural. If I was doing like a big show, I would probably just take a little bit more off the sides. I've got my scissors out to do the bottom of his tail, because I haven't got loads of shape to it, if that makes sense. I'd get it probably in more here, but I don't like a tail to look like it's been clipped and shaved, because it looks really ugly, I think. It literally looks like you've just been up the side of the tail with clippers, and it should look neat and natural, just tidy, you know, not look like you've just been skinned. So that's my finished tail. Now that Finley has been glamorized and all trimmed, he says, yes, I'm all trimmed. I'm gonna put him in a pretty matchy set and make him look beautiful. What do you think? Yes, please. You obviously, if you had a show pony, you would do the whiskers, eyelashes and trim the ears, but we don't do that, especially as he lives out, because I think he needs to have his whiskers and his eyelashes and his fluffy ear hair. Final product, Finley clipped, trimmed and looking smart in his matchy set. And having a snack, are we? He says, well yes, I'm beautiful, and all that clipping made me tired. And there's his tidier bum. Good boy, looking very pretty. I just thought I'd very briefly show you his mane line from up here. I'm really happy with that. It's super straight, and I haven't taken any mane out, have we? No. Good. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. I'm now going to go home, take my clippers apart, give them a good clean, a good oil, give me a good dusting off. I've still got some hairs under my t-shirt and I'm all itchy. But thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to message me, comment, like and subscribe. Bye.